Hey everyone, welcome back. One of the coaches at Ungar Academy here, and this is our usual chat that we have on the weekends to discuss the market trends over the past week. Before we start though, as always, I ask you to please subscribe to our channel. Go and click on that notification bell to stay updated on the release of all our new content, and hey, please also leave us a like to this video. Thanks so much. Hi, we are the Ungar Academy, and we teach traders how to make money in the markets. Our founder, Andrea Ungar, had been struggling with trading for years until he developed his automated trading method, which he used to become the only 4-time world trading champion. Subscribe to our channel for free tips and tricks. Okay, this week we have had a clear predominance of green signs. As you can see from our indicators, a sign that, after all, the entire market has moved to the upside. Yeah. In this chart, we can see the Nasdaq, which went up by 1.22%. The mini S&P is up almost 2%, and both broke through an undoubtedly significant resistance that wasn't easy to exceed. And European stock exchanges also did well, with the Euro stocks up by 1% and the DAX up by 1.36%. Let's now turn to the bond market. The T-bond dropped by 1.75%. Now, this isn't always the case, but when equity indexes go up fairly sharply, it is common to see a decline in bonds. So nothing new in that respect. The 10-year bond did slightly better, with a negative 0.76%, while the German Bund did a negative 0.9%. However, they still seem pretty in tune with the upward trend. Concerning energies, natural gas is still very close to all-time highs, which is a problem for the whole energy sector. Now, we know how much it weighs on the economy, especially in Europe, because of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And unfortunately, this commodity, well, it shows no signs of returning to pre-crisis levels. However, not only natural gas went up. RBOB gasoline also posted a positive 3.5% rise, heating oil up 2.7%, crude oil up 1.3%. The metals market also went up. We see a positive 7% for platinum. So it does seem quite in tune with the uptrend, and here there has certainly been a clear reversal of the trend. Gold rose up 1.8%, copper up 5.2%. And this is a market that has certainly been amongst the weakest in the last year. As for meats, lean hogs increased by 4.7%. Soft commodities also went up. Specifically, cotton went up by 9% this week, so a nice upward spike. Likewise, cocoa recorded a 5% rise. The grain sector is also in a strong bullish trend. Specifically, bean oil rose 11% over the last 5 days. Wheat's also showing signs of recovery, but from the highs touched at the peak of the crisis, namely the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, we now have prices that are definitely at much lower levels, comparable to those before the outbreak of the war. Turning now to currencies, we do see a very slight recovery. The euro has recovered against the US dollar and now stands at 1.0275. Overall, the US dollar in the last 5 days has been losing ground against other currencies, particularly the Australian dollar. Bitcoin shows slight signs of recovery, a modest bullish trend, if you will. The cryptocurrency sector is still in the midst of a crisis, and Bitcoin, among all cryptocurrencies, has held up a little better during this ugly downturn, making only a positive 1.23% over the past week. Historical volatility shows a relatively sharp contraction in the short and the long term. So we're returning to volatility levels more in keeping with the levels that we usually see on stock indexes. Looking also at the volatility term structure, we see now a complete contango structure with VIX at very low levels, which means that there is currently no disturbance in the market about the future performance of stock indexes. Let's take a look now at the upcoming rollovers. Next week, we'll only roll over crude oil futures on August 17th. Then the following week, we'll have a series of rollovers, mainly orange juice, natural gas, Bitcoin, and Ethereum on August 24th. And then feeder cattle, corn, there'll be copper, silver, wheat, heating oil, and gasoline. And lastly, all the US bonds. So watch out for the following week because there will be several rollovers. Okay, guys, with that, I'd like to remind everyone who is interested in systematic trading that by clicking on the link in the description, you can access a free presentation by Andrea Ungar, who will introduce you to his trading method in which he managed to win the World Cup Trading Championship 4 times. So take advantage of it. Go and check it out because through this link you can also get, by covering just the shipping costs, the bestseller, the Unga Method, and so much more. With that, guys, that's all for today. If you like this video, I invite you to please subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and leave us a like. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you soon in our next video. Bye-bye for now.